I came to win.
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up. Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the wind. Hey yo, I need that.
It is a building that first hosted football way back in 1966 as EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Oakland Raiders. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Mike, 58, right there. Watch the run, watch the run.
A first down throw for Mariota. It's Kelsey on the ground. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. To throw Mariota. Uncorks one for Davis. It got his man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 35. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And finally, wrestled down at the 11. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mariota now completes it to Davis. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves, and
he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Parkey with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Down. 10 Lobo, 51 to Mike. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Check 31, check 31. Recon, 132 fighter. Check. John, go on. Check. Hut.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. On the ground, this is Isaiah Crowell. Isaiah Crowell, he's all alone. The 40, past the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Isaiah Crowell, 84 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Andy Isabella, 79 yards. And the Titans have taken the lead. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
Do you think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Go!
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Hard. Who that? Check three. Quick the edge. Ready, go.
They begin with a run by Crowell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Josh Jones in on the stop.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get out. Deuce. Check. Lucky.
Shift.
2nd and 10. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Crowell. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. Last week we saw a rarity. He was over 200 yards on the ground, and they lost. So we'll see if they can get more carries like that and win this week.
And that was interesting watching the game tape, wasn't it? Because it was hard to register while we watched him pile up that yardage and create those nice runs that they didn't win the football game. But that doesn't mean changing what you do. Continue to feed him the football.
Squeeze, get in there. Switch. Check 37, check 37. He's coming, ready, go.
Back to throw now on first down. It's Williams on the catch. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Let's go.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Kill. Ready.
A first down carry now for Crowell. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Get that ball. Scene 6. Yeah, Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go.
2nd and 9 now. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back in the 24. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. So maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here.
Let's go. Watch time. Tight end run.
A first down carry for Henry. He finds an opening past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Henry relishing the chance to be the Titans' lead dog. He's in the backfield again on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Tighten down. There you go. He's coming. 3.
Mariota now from the 50. That ball complete to Isabella. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 24-yard line. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, 58, right there. Hey. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
I got him.
50.
A 2nd down throw here for Mariota. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Good stop, baby.
And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Marcus Mariota on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Parkey adds the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
21, Raiders 7. Cody Parkey set to kick off.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Let's go. 58, read. Lock it. Let's go.
Watch out.
On 2nd down, here's Crowell. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Watch twist. 6 guys. And go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this 1st half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half. Maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Let's go. Pick it up, D.
Hey, 58 is a Mike.
From the gun, Mariota. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And some room to work. There he goes, left side. And they will finally put an end to the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. They'll try and run for it with Crowell. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Isaiah Crowell with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. We got
from the shotgun, it's Mariota. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
This one caught by Isabella. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Andy Isabella with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go. 70 in.
Here I come. Check 26. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Here's the Raiders punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. On the return, Jackson. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go for verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a two-touchdown game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Kill. Check nickel.
Ready, go.
On play action, they'll throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
With it is Jackson. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Now Mariota to the right side. It's Kelsey. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's Mariota. That's going to be caught. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Andy Isabella there to make the grab. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Check 24.
They'll run on first down. Crowell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Titans' 45-yard line.
Okay, break. Mike, 54's Mike.
Check, watch 54, watch 54.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
2nd and 11.
Check three.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at about the 31. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it.
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play that time for the Titans. 41 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. They set up the screen for Henry. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give them 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield.
And that is caught by Davis for a Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare. Let's go. Get set, go.
They'll drop to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. T.J. Watt, that is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, let's go, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. All day, all day.
He'll look to throw. And some space here. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Parkey with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Cody Parkey set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. From Soldier Field, meanwhile, in Chicago, a 3rd quarter score. And the Bears have scored to add on to their lead in that one. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. On 1st down, Crowell. Isaiah Crowell, he's all alone. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Isaiah Crowell, 67 yards. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down at about the 15. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up.
Derrick Henry all alone. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, 85 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10, and they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
15 Lonnie, 15 Lonnie.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Slam, slam, slam. Switch it, switch it, switch it.
They'll run on first down. Crowell, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction.
Down. 10 Lobo.
51. Hey, I'm coming, I'm coming. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
Protein spill.
51's the mic.
Stay with your man. Hot.
Again, it's Crowell.
Nice, sweetheart.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. The last two plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12.
Check. Ready, go.
They'll look to throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. On 2nd down, it's Henry. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
It's a gain of 3. 1st down, Titans.
4 big.
You don't want nothing.
Mariota now to throw on 1st down.
You don't want
And that is incomplete here. They're still throwing the football here. Obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Ringo. 57.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
53, Mike. One. Here we go. 53's the Mike. 53. 53.
Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
He's got it to Williams. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll try to run for it with Crowell. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. On 1st down, Crowell. And he is going to be stopped here for no gain, and that is going to be the final play of this football game.